This is Mr. Haig. Hi, everybody. So I have yet another friend that I'm talking to right now from China, from SUSTech University, I think it's called, right? And this is Andy, correct? And how do you say your real name in Chinese?
朱怡安。
Julian. Okay, very good. And you just got done telling me, Andy, that you had two classes. One is physics, and the other one is language with Professor Paul, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what other courses do you take over there right now at university?
I have 8 courses. Um,
Eight?
yeah.
Wow, eight classes. In college, most university college students in the United States don't have more than four.
What? Is that
Four.
real?
That's real. Sometimes they have one.
What? Only one
One.
class in one
That's
semester?
it. Because they have. I mean, yeah, because they might have to work or they have
Oh,
other things happening. So a
so
lot
they
of
go
them.
to the companies to have the practice, and so they don't have to take a lot of classes.
No, some of them just work at a restaurant. So,
Oh,
but I mean, it's a little different here in the United States. You know, you just they're not. From talking to other students from China, it's not as strict here. So, in other words, you don't have to ever like in America, you may not have to declare your major until 2 years. So in SUSTech, it's 1 year, correct?
yeah. But
Yeah,
in
and
Chinese universities, you have to choose your major when according to the Gaokao test, the college entrance examination.
oh, the college entrance examination. That's
Yeah,
when you have to declare your major.
yeah. For example, a university in China, and you have different majors with different scores. For example, those popular majors like artificial intelligence, for example, they have higher
AI.
scores,
Uh,
and some majors that are not that popular may have lower scores. So if you want to join a more popular major, you have to get a higher score
okay.
in college entrance examination.
So you decide your major based on the entrance exam scores.
Yeah. So
Okay.
sometimes students don't have they can't choose. They just have to get their majors according to their scores.
Really? So if what if I don't want to study AI? I want to instead study chemical engineering, or
For
maybe
example, if you want to join one university and you got to the score line of the university, but you didn't get to the major line of the university, you may have to learn other majors,
hmm,
and you can't have the major you like. But in SUSTech, we can declare our majors after 1 year, so we don't have such problems.
oh, I see. So in other words, well, if I want to study AI, but I don't have a high enough test score, I
Yeah,
can't study AI. You're saying I
yeah.
can't
Or
make.
you can just go to universities that have lower rankings.
Okay, so you'd have to go to another university. So this is just a rule in SUSTech, not anywhere. And other places is different.
Yeah, because SUSTech
Okay.
is unique some way.
Yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds very unique, very strong, very
Yeah,
strict in some way because, and that's a good thing because they want to produce students who are very
yeah.
successful.
We can choose our majors we like.
Mhm. I see. And so what other courses are you studying? You said you had eight courses.
Yeah,
That's
uh,
crazy. That's a
calculus, physics, linear algebra, Java,
okay.
and
So physics, linear algebra, Java.
yeah,
Okay. Oh
I'm
wow.
learning computer programming Java. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and we still have English and uh, physical education (PE).
Physical education, PE. Got
Yeah,
it. Okay.
I took the dancing
Oh, good
class,
for you.
and
Good for you.
we have another class is writing and communication skills, which teach we how to write formally.
Okay.
And another class is uh, what can I call it? Uh, is politics.
Okay. Political
Yeah,
science, right? Okay.
yeah.
So, how do you have time for this podcast? My goodness, that's a rigorous course. That is very rigorous.
Yeah, a lot of courses, but most students in SUSTech have such a lot of courses because the curricular or work in SUSTech is some way heavy.
Okay. So it
Like
just seems.
some universities that they are, uh, they don't have so many things. They don't have so many courses.
It seems like it's a very unique place very for sure.
Yeah,
They're very I guess they're very centered upon technology. And
yeah.
so did you went to junior high school, correct? And,
Junior high
and
school.
yeah, you went to junior high school.
Yeah, years
Okay, and
ago.
years ago, right? But then you
Yeah,
went to senior high school,
yeah,
and then you did well enough to go to SUSTech.
yeah.
Okay, so students who don't do well enough to go to SUSTech, they can go somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like China really emphasizes mostly technology. Is that correct? Am I
Um, at least in recent years, China's stress on the development of technology.
okay? Okay. And when you think about technology, you're saying AI mostly?
I think that technology is very important for the human. Not
Yeah.
only the field of AI, but all the science and technology disciplines. For example, chemical engineering or bioengineering is also very important for human.
And so do you see that China, are they using AI in all different disciplines? For instance, medical, military, not just engineering, but also anything like for you know academics. I mean anything. Do you see AI even in the cars you drive? Do you see
Yes,
AI in there? Okay.
yes.
So tell me about
I
AI in China.
Yes, for example, I just went to the Department of Material Science in our university. I visited their labs, and one of their professors said they are now using AI to calculate and to predict some new materials, and they use AI and then they make experiments which improves efficiency.
Okay. And
And
so
um,
let me answer this. This is the city of Shanghai. Which city are you in right now? Sichuan?
uh, I come from Shanghai, but SUSTech is in Shenzhen.
Shenzhen. Shenzhen. Okay. So is AI used for civil engineering, like help like build establishing um,
Uh,
commerce, like establishing the
Civil
city?
engineering, but I don't know a lot about architectures.
Okay. I think it is being used in because I was watching a documentary about AI in China, and a lot of the cities are actually built and planned using AI technology. So it seems to me that AI in China is like very important. Very, it's like
Yeah, it's
they're
very important and
they're
popular.
very linked.
So you know the electric vehicles in China is
Hmm.
now popular, and all of these vehicles have an AI in it. And
Hmm.
when you get in the vehicle, you can say, "Oh, hello, I want to go somewhere," and it will give you the directions automatically.
Well, I
Just
mean,
speak. You don't need to touch it.
so you just sit down and automatically say, because I mean, I can use my phone, to do the same thing.
Yeah, but these AIs are integrated into these vehicles.
Oh, that's the difference. So
Yeah.
okay, that's a little bit better. So are these driverless vehicles? They can drive themselves?
Yes, some of them can drive themselves, but the regulation in China currently don't allow fully automatic vehicles. You can let it drive itself, but you have to stare at it and keep your hands above the steering wheel, so in preventing some accidents.
Yeah. So in other words, you still have to drive. You have to have your hands right here,
Yeah.
but you let the car go by itself. So just in case
Yes.
something happens, you have to be
Yes.
able to
Yes.
grab it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And
But in some places in my hometown, Shanghai,
mhm.
and they allow the fully automatic driving, and even there are taxis that are no drivers. You can just sit in
Wow.
it, and it will let you go.
Yeah, I've seen that here in the United States. I mean, I've never been in there. I've never had a driver. I've never been inside of a driverless car. But I know that that's what the world wants, and that's what I want. I would love to have
Yeah,
a
but
situation where,
only in some places. In most
yeah.
places, the regulations don't allow such vehicles.
Now, what about drone technology? How is China? How are drones used in China? Are they used for delivery products, or do they use for transportation?
I think that you know the brand 大疆,
Uh-uh.
DJI.
Yeah.
Yeah, is a famous
So you
drone
spell
brand,
EJI?
DJI.
Can you explain what that is?
It's a brand, a brand.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
DJI. Sorry, DJI.
yeah,
I have
DJI.
those. I have like eight of those. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. Yeah, very
DJI
good
is the
drones.
company in
Amazing
Shenzhen.
drones.
Yeah, it's just hundreds of meters from SUSTech.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, so DJI have a lot of drones, especially in Shenzhen.
hmm
Some drones can deliver takeouts.
Okay. So I just want to explain to our audience that DJI, it's the premier drones that are being used all across America. Although right now, because the United States decided to hold tariffs, and they almost try to ban DJI, but I have a few of them, and I won't use any other drone but the DJI because it's so good.
Yeah,
It's the best in the world. And so if you think about the Mini 3, the Mini 4, which is out right now, the Maverick, those are all DJI drones. And so you see a lot of people, most people in the United States use the DJI, including
yes.
myself.
Most people in China also use DJI.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
And
fantastic. So what's going to happen with drone technology? What are the plans for that?
what? Can you repeat
What
it?
what do you think? Do you think that do you think is going to be the plan for China as a nation for the use of drones? What do they plan on doing with it?
Plan?
Yeah, like, do you think they'll be used for deliveries? Like,
Yes, it's currently being used in Shenzhen.
okay,
Yes, they deliver takeouts using drones.
okay, so they actually deliver using, do they go
And
home to home or do they go on top of a
yeah,
building?
they can deliver to some places near your home through drones, and you can just go to it and take it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I see what you're saying. So,
and in most things, drones are also used for performance, especially in the night. The drones can a lot of drones, millions of drones,
so
and they
instead of
yeah
fireworks,
yeah
they have
yeah just like
drones. Okay.
fireworks. Yeah,
I thought that Olympic Games, you're probably too young.
yeah, just
When
like the Olympic Games.
Yeah, when it was it 2008 when they had the Olympics there in Beijing? Was it 2008 or something?
But
Um,
in 2008, the drone technology is
oh
not
my God.
so good like there.
No, it wasn't good. Actually, the next country over, I think I want to see when did Beijing Olympics, when did they had host the Olympics?
It mean maybe 2022. The
2022
Olympics.
no, 2008. 2008 was a Summer Olympics. And
Yeah.
I to this day, the greatest opening ceremonies I have ever seen.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal opening ceremony. It's just so beautiful. Just like your military parade that was held. It was perfection. Just unbelievable. So
Uh, Even I think it's unbelievable because they can work so, uh, just unbelievable. Yeah,
it is unbelievable. In fact, I think China should do the opening ceremonies for all the countries. It's so, it's just they're so perfect. So what do you want to do when you as a for a career? Do you want to go into AI or teaching, or do you want to go into what is it that you plan on doing?
I'm interested in the field of biology. Maybe I
Oh,
will be a doctor.
oh,
Or
okay. So
yeah.
how do you see AI in medicine?
Um, for the AI in medicine, I once visited a hospital in Shanghai, and they use AI for the check. So, for example, a patient, they take a CT first, and the AI will read the CT, and they'll say, "Oh, here is a problem. Here is a problem,"
Okay,
and
so they do a CT scan for those of us who
yeah,
CT
scan.
scan, and they use AI to
Yeah.
decide what the issues are for
So
that person.
it will reduce the doctor's time on
Mhm.
reading the CT scan, and they can just according to the result of AI, and uh, c- uh, they can solve the problem, and it's fast. Yeah,
Now, how about robotics? Is robotics used in China a lot? I mean, I know it's used in China, but
yeah.
how much?
Maybe it's not that large that you think.
Uh-huh.
Um, but in some restaurants or hotels, they have robots deliver food or other
Oh,
things. Yeah,
okay. So you said you're going into biology, and so what are the courses? So, but you're in a technical college,
yeah,
correct? So do they emphasize, because when I think technology, I'm thinking like MIT, you know, MIT in
yeah.
Massachusetts, United States. Uh, they don't really emphasize biology as much. But so
Uh,
my question is SUSTech, do they emphasize a lot of biology? Because it seems like they'd be more into math, science, you
uh,
know,
yeah,
engineering.
so biology, I think, is also one part of technology. For
Yeah, it
example,
is.
we have biotechnology. We use, for example, gene editing or other technology to
Did you say
develop,
gene editing?
yeah,
Genetic editing, like
genetic
manipulating
editing,
genes?
yeah,
Really?
or uh, other biology technology to enhance for example, enhance the yield of the wheat. We use genetic editing or other technology that can decrease uh, the disease
Hmm.
or for example, the vaccines are
Hmm.
used by technology. And SUSTech is also good in biology because, um, yes, you know that SUSTech is only a university that has a history of 15 years.
But that's
It's,
it? It's only 50 years old?
yeah, it's founded
Wow.
in 2010.
That's impressive. Already it's being compared to MIT.
Yeah, so in
Wow.
2010, there are only several professors, and some of them uh, are professors that are famous in the field of biology. So biology is also one of the important disciplines in SUSTech.
So what courses are you going to take? So you want to go into medicine, you say. You might go into becoming a doctor.
Yeah,
And
maybe,
so does that mean more years after SUSTech you have to go into medical school?
uh, maybe after
Maybe?
I will go to a medical school to have my postgraduate.
Okay, so you're going to SUSTech, then postgraduate, and then medical school.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a lot of schooling. That's good. But that's what you want to do. I'm sure that's what
maybe
you
I
have to.
can go back to Shanghai. Shanghai have a lot of good medical schools.
Shanghai is, to me, it's an amazing city. I'd love to go visit Shanghai. It's amazing that the amount of technology and the biological sciences involved. I had another student said that she's also studying biology, but wants to do more research, like how to study, neurology, how to about nerve
Yeah.
endings and how to fix paralysis and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fascinating. So what are the courses that you have to take in SUSTech? Do you take cell biology, microbiology? Do you take genetics?
Because we don't declare our majors in the freshman year, so we don't take the 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 courses related to the major. But in the second year, we can take these courses. For example, anatomy, or
Anatomy,
yeah, or the cell biology,
cell biology.
the genetics,
hmm
like these courses.
Okay, so in other words, you mostly study the principles of biology
Uh,
in SUSTech. So it's not really practical, like practice. So,
yes, and there are a lot of labs in SUSTech that are
yeah.
open to undergraduate students, so we can go
hmm
in and we can also make some experiments along with the famous professors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, it's very interesting to see the. So in America, in order to be a doctor, you have to go through 4 years of university. And if you do, you have to take an entrance exam. Like for instance, in America, it's called the MCAT, medical. I forget what C stands for, but medical entrance exam. It's called MCAT.
Okay.
Um, uh, anyway, and then you go into your medical school. You take 4 years, and then you have residency, which is more years of training, and then you become a doctor. What is it like in China? How many years of schooling before you're becoming a doctor?
First, in China, most universities they recruit students based on Gaokao scores. So, at universities, they directly recruit students, and first they have a 5 year undergraduate on
hmm
medicine, and the 5 years uh, stress on the theoretical knowledges,
hmm
and then they should go to a 3 year postgraduate program in medical medicine, and
hmm
the postgraduate program, uh, students maybe have to go in hospitals and learn in the hospitals, and there are and they have to take a doctor program. So in doctor program, maybe they have to make some researches, and then after take the undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctor program, they can go in the hospital to become residency doctors.
And so I want the audience to understand, in China, they have an exam called Geico. Okay, that's spelled GAOKAO,
Yeah,
which it's almost unfair to compare to the SATs and the ACT in America because
uh,
Geico is
because
very hard. It's hard.
Yeah, no, because SAT maybe is not the only element the universities take into consideration when recruiting. But
Right.
in China, most universities recruit only based on Gaokao test.
Geico score. Okay, so Geico score, that helps you determine your major
Yeah,
and determines where
Gaokao
you
scores
go to.
matters a lot. It matters
hmm
which university you get in.
Right, right, right. So are there universities that do not accept the Geico scores? Or they all
No,
do?
every
Every
university
university.
they
Okay.
use this only method,
In
Gaokao.
California, I just want you to know, in California,
Yeah.
they don't have to take SAT.
What?
So yeah, they don't have to take the SATs.
Wow.
Every student is like, "What are you kidding me?"
So
Yeah.
how do they get into university?
Well, let me tell you, my most successful student is a young lady who's going to USC right now. University of Southern California. Very
Yes.
prestigious school. So
Yeah.
they base on her. It's not so much the testing; it's what kind of classes she took. So, for instance, she took advanced honors classes,
So
high-end
classes
advanced
like
class,
AP or IB.
AP or IB,
Yeah.
those kind of courses where, a typical A is a 4.0, right? 4.4
Yeah.
points. But IB, AP, they're five. And right now they're actually thinking about offering college classes in high school so they can actually get college credit. And so a lot of the universities here in California are emphasizing more on the toughness of the course, the degree of difficulty of courses. And also in condition to the whole person, what they do. So in other words, did they play sports? Did they do extracurricular activities? Did they find a job? Are they involved in some sort of activity like, activism, things like that?
Yeah.
So they want those kind of well-rounded students. So they didn't say you don't have to take the SAT, but it's optional. It's so I think we have a lot of Chinese students come to USC and UCLA. Lots and lots of them go to UC.
But Chinese students they get to US, maybe they don't need to take the Gaokao test. They first go to the international schools and they may also take some IB or AP courses.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and they join in some contest
Hmm.
like Olympic competition
Oh,
in
so they're athletes?
math or
Uh-huh.
physics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so universities will also take contests into consideration.
Oh, okay. So you're in China, they'll take contests into consideration.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, everything's different. Like I said, we have a lot of Chinese students from China that go to UCLA and especially Caltech, filled with lots of students from China. They come over because Caltech is one of probably the best university in the planet, and Stanford too, very, very highly prestigious. But it seems like that China has improved upon its education over the recent years. In fact, it's very competitive
Yeah,
and
competitive.
very strict, and they know what they want. They want their students to be very good because it benefits the country.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very wonderful. So what do you do besides school? Do you work? Do you play sports? Do you do theater? You say you dance?
Yeah, I dance in peak.
Good.
Yeah.
That's important, to do something that's fun. So
Yeah.
what do you do outside of just your classes?
I like cycling.
Cycling?
Yeah, I used to cycle in Shanghai. It's easy, but in Shenzhen there are mountains, so it's become much harder to cycle in Shenzhen.
Uh,
Yeah, because there are always hills on the road.
I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
a little tougher, but you can do it.
And
I mean, my goodness, you take physics, you take calculus, you can be able easy to ride hills. So, are you basically you're a freshman, right?
yeah,
Okay, so you're just a freshman, and you take Professor Paul English class.
yeah.
And how long have you been learning English? Till what? Since what? How old were you?
Um, in China, we learn English when we are in kindergarten.
Wow, my God. In America, we're just starting to learn Mandarin.
What?
Just start, just starting, just starting.
Is that true?
That's very true.
So can they
And
speak well?
nobody can speak. Although they're just starting, but I think at least we're starting.
Yeah.
Um, here we don't really push students to learn a foreign language, a different language, although I think they should. I think Mandarin is because Chinese is such an important country on the planet, a world power, such a strong country. I think we need to learn each other's languages. And
Uh,
I thought India had a good English program. India, you have to take 8 years of English. You
uh,
know, that's why a lot of the Indian people. I'm from India. That's why we have to come. We come to America and we can speak the language. Seems like China is the same thing. Yeah, for 12 years, that's amazing. That's amazing. But in America, we don't even we don't really learn Mandarin. We don't really. I mean, we take a few years of Spanish, but that's about it.
But nowadays we have AI to translate, so language barrier become less
uh,
become
yeah,
not
but
hard.
that's cheating. That's cheating. It's better that we learn. We want to learn it.
Oh,
Not rely on some app. I mean, in the previous interviews that I had, I try to use the Google Translate to try to talk to some of the
yeah.
students. It's I'm thankful that you guys learned English. So anyways, Andy, maybe I one day maybe I can bring you back just for one more time, and I'll have this interview up on YouTube so you can get credit from Professor Paul.
Mm.
And so I'd like to invite you back so you can talk to my American kids, my American students. I teach high school, and so
So you
I
let
would love
me
for you to
to
talk.
your students?
Yeah, I'd like for you to meet the students, of course.
Oh, it may be good because we have because I can you know that in Shanghai there's university NYU Shanghai, New York
Uh-huh.
University in Shanghai, and
There's
there are a lot of students from the US, and I communicated with them.
and
Yeah,
and so are there a lot of American students in China?
uh, not so much, but in NYU Shanghai there are a lot of.
So there's a New York University in Shanghai.
Yeah, there is a New York University campus in Shanghai,
Oh, New York. So that it's called in here. Oh, here in the United States we call it NYU, New York University.
NYU
So it's a
Shanghai.
pretty, yeah, it's a very good college, a very good university.
Yeah,
And I know Professor Paul's from the New York City area.
yeah.
I'm from the New York City area, but I live in California right now. So, anyways, Andy, I want to thank you so much. I really enjoyed our discussion. I want to keep in touch, and I'll have this up on YouTube, and I'll show you the video. And this will be on Apple Podcasts, so you can hear Andy's discussion. Really fascinating. Thank you so much for educating us on the technologies of China and where the country is going, because you're the future of China. And so it's a wonderful thing to see that you are really focused on your studies and that you are a dedicated student. So,
Hmm.
all righty.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.